Yo guys, sorry about the big wait. I think we're in Jalibosco here, or Jalibisco, however you want to pronounce it. Over there is a well. So we can get that out of the way, can't we? I should have a look in here. Got a load of shit. Absolute load of shit. See what we can do on the Namalsk today, eh? Been enjoying it, to be honest. But just not had much luck, to be honest. We need a bit of luck. Well, should be here somewhere. Hello. Alright, dude. I'll get this other one, dude. Oh my god, who's done that? Do you know, isn't that just sum it up? I mean, out of the two people there, which one would you have shot then? It shot me, I've got nothing. This looks like the Kuta. Now the well here is at the school there. Made me feel a bit better the other day when I watched The Running Man, and he was just getting killed every 4 seconds, similar stuff, you know. So if it happens to the best, then it's going to happen to me as well, isn't it? Just a shout now. I'm going to do this a couple of times. A DayZ streamer called Big Boss RSA. He was on a stream with the Running Man, and they found out that he died shortly after the stream. The Running Man has actually got a thing for him. Just have a look at the well here. He's actually got like what do you call it? You know, like a collection for him. So if you go to that video of the Running Man, it's the I think it's the last video he did, like it's about 40 minutes. He's got a link there, you can donate to the family of Big Boss RSA. So that'd be a nice touch for anyone that could... Oh, it's a knife there. For anyone that could do that. What the heck's that doing on there? So yeah, I was watching and I was watching that. It was just like a highlights video, a sort of 30-40 minute video, and that came up on it. But there is a link on that video anyway to donate for, again, Big Boss RSA. He was called. Seemed like a nice chap. Just something sudden, and terrible, really. Storms on its way, I can hear. That's what the one thing I like about this new server that I've been playing on the last couple of days is there's lots of storms on it. Some of them you just don't get any, and it's the best bit in Namalsk for me, the storm. Unfortunately on this you've just got to trust it. We're going to have to do the fire in here. See if there's nothing in there. What's that? That is frozen, so we are going to have to do that. Put that and swap it. The fact is we've got a knife there. And if you've got a knife, you can survive, so... Typical that. Just got to chance it at the first. You know what I mean? Nothing else we can do. Because for want of better words, you've got to expose yourself. Can I let myself get cold so I don't end up... shit. I'm going to let myself cold so I don't end up... Come on. Oh, that's why. Restart. Damn. We just got going. Right, just put it on hold for a minute. I've just thought, guys, just to do with that stream, a Big Boss RSA. That was a sniper on that roof, look. I could copy the link from the running man's thing and then just put that on the someone's been in it. I can put that on this stream basically, so I'll do that. So the storm's still on its way. That's still a goer. Put that on there. And then all we need is the hand drill. This is just to get a first warm. That's the reason I'm doing this, and to get that food warmed up. It'll take a minute because I've been cold for any time you've been cold for a long time, it takes longer for you to get warm, so starting to go up now, look. The thing with Namalsk, like any map, the biggest thing is getting something sharp to cut with. We've got that now, but we've got to try and get away now from the spawn area. I'm going to go a different way today as well. Always watching your back on this. We know there's a sniper there where I'm looking on the roof of the flats. He's probably saw me as well. As soon as that's warm, we're gone. Get water, now we'll get back onto the coast and go through. But yeah, I want to go a different way today. Because I always tend to get the same spawn on most servers in Namalsk, and I tend to stay sort of over to the west and go around that part. So I'm going to go east today instead. East then south, rather than west then south. There you go, that's done. Right, that's going to do it. That door's locked, which is why I'm climbing through the frigging window. One more fill of water now. Jesus. Might be going the normal way because that's exactly the way I wanted to go, where those shots are coming from. That's the way I wanted to go. So maybe we will be going west and south. Bloody hell. Do you know? Come on, let's go. Watch that roof there. Because we know there's a sniper there. Come on. Stamina. A lot of Zeds there, aren't there? I think I'll pass on that. Right, I'm gonna keep those shots on my left side, on my right side. We're basically fresh, other than the fact we found the knife. And we're trying to hook up now with the coast from here. Fire barrel there, isn't there? So shit, these trucks, because if they're at a certain height you can't get on them. I know stamina's playing a part there, but Christ. Oh, now there is a find. There is a find. So from here we want to be going straight west. Get the old compy out. Or west is actually that way. Right, let's go round here. Oh my god, everywhere I go there's shots. There's nowhere where there isn't a shot. This'll work. What we're doing will work. Bloody hell, I need to get this mouse sorted. I've got shots on the left and right now. Right, this is what we're looking for anyway, the coast. So we're going to track down, start going this way now. Now that hunting knife's pristine. So we've got 2 knives now, that's brilliant. And we've come, because we've come a little bit to the north, that's why we can still see the Cooter on the left. What we need to do is get some clothes together now. Oh shit. Hitting me. Well, at least we haven't gone ill. Thought that was a dude, then it's just a tree. I think moving inland would be the thing to do, but we've got survival stuff to do first. We've got to survive first. That's the thing. And then once we've got the stuff to survive, then we can move inland. I think the last couple of goes on this have been too much going to the, you know, staying on the coast. Definitely a map, this one, where I'd like a teammate, really. Certainly on this server I haven't really found. I think there was one friendly guy we found on this in three days of it. Just one friendly dude. Deer about. Something on there. Is that a hat? Yeah, I'll wear it anyway because it's just, it'll keep that part of us something. Oh, there's a fishing hook. Badly damaged, but it's a fishing hook. Need rope now, which usually these buildings up here near the tank should have a fair amount of stuff in them, so as in clothes, and we can just make a rope up. I think the storm sound's gone. could still hear the whispering before, but it seems to have dissipated now. What the hell is that? There's usually a lot of Zeds here. Could actually use the knife here, to be honest. They're all bloody together, that's typical. Better hat. We're going to have to do these separately so that we can keep the bandages. Ooh. BK-12 with 1 round. Some 7.62, full box. See if these have spread out a bit. No stamina. Need to build it up. I mean, we got them all, which is kind of all that matters. Can that... That'll do. Only give us one this, but it gets us closer to where we need to be. We can't use the pristine ones because they're the ones that we're trying to bandage with. So yo, Willie. Been quiet, mate. Again. Oh, it seems, Willie, when I do the Jurassic ones, loads of people are watching. When I do a straight one, no one's freaking watching, mate. Thanks for coming in, though, dude. I'll put my phone a bit closer and then I can see when you're commenting. Oh, that is a hell of a find, that. What we'll do is I'll use this knife to full. Get some worms. This is where you need the ice pick or something a bit bigger, but anyway. What we'll do, we'll knacker this knife and then we've got the other one with the sharpening stone. Trouble is, I've got nowhere actually to put. I might have to do a stash. It's because I've just got my spawn clothes on. Right, come on, Willie, let's get this done. Do you still watch Send It, Willie? I know he's not done a lot recent. Jesus. Going on and on this knife, isn't it? Do you know what I might do with that? I've got an idea. Right, so let's do a little stash. So if I just go back, get the sharpening stone. Right, and then what I'll do, I'll fix this knife up. Just seeing where we've got to put it. I'll fix this knife up now. And then we'll stash it with those worms. So what we'll do, we'll take it now. I'll put it in this tree. Then the worms around here somewhere. Put those in the tree. Yeah, make sure that's with the knife. There's a little stash. And what we'll do, put the other knife in our hand, get it on the slot, put it in our hand, and then we'll carry this, then we can get the sharpening stone in. And there you go. So we've got a little stash there now. That's what I'm just hoping that this has got any sort of clothes near it, in it or near it. It has. And this will give us the rope. I don't know why it doesn't combine on those. I'm sure it used to. There you go. We desperately need really something to increase our capacity. That's something we've got quite a big problem with. We've got no capacity at all to carry. Hiya, Monk. Alright, dude. It's not Karma. It's very similar to Karma Crew, Monk. Obviously, I can't tell you which one it is, although you might actually see it because I'm not very good at hiding the servers. But no, it's not Karma Crew. I'm not. If I'm being honest, I'm not a big fan of Karma Crew. And everyone knows you're on Karma Crew because you've got that, you know, when you go into your inventory and you start patting your clothes. I always find on Karma Crew as well, I mean this one's a little bit dodgy, but I find that the stamina is horrendous on Karma Crew. I do like, don't get me wrong though, I do like Karma Crew, but sometimes, especially like if you're on Churnerous with Karma Crew, and you've got you know, really big distances to travel. Obviously Namalsk is quite small. That stamina becomes a real sort of issue, you know. You see this one, I'm running full speed now, but it's not going down that fast, so I can at least keep going, you know. So welcome in, Monk. We've got Willie in too. It's been really quiet. Usually I have sort of 10-20 people watching the stream. Last few days it's been a nightmare really. Don't know why. Probably because I'm not doing Jurassic streams at the moment. They're the ones that a lot of people watch me doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this road to the little village and try and get some more storage, and then we'll come back for the stash. We've got that stash to come back for, so And if we die, at least... Whoa, that was loud. And if we die, at least we've got that stash there ready as well. Still warm, that. What's happening, you can see the conditions are getting worse, which is actually, if they stay like this, it's good for fishing because we're less exposed. But it is going dark, which is not good for when you do the fire, so swings and roundabouts there. Ideally on the Namalsk, if you're two-handed, there's a military up there, we're not going to go to that. You know, when you're doing cooking and that, you can have one person watching, the other one cooking. But when you're on your own, it's a little bit harder. You know, we could go with our first plan of, because the stash is back that way, we could go with plan A. Of going north and then trekking round to the east and going that side of the map. I might still do that. Right, this is the town now. To our right is a military base. Left and behind us, there's another military. There is a well here. Why do I stream? That's a funny question. I don't know how to answer that one. Guess just because I enjoy it. Strange question, though. Because if I didn't stream, Willie would be very annoyed. Now, oh, now that's a good little find. Look terrible, but they are. Is that a derringer? Oh, I'll take that. Take that little derringer if we can get it in. Yeah. So you've even got a bullet in it. Now, unfortunately, that ice pick. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. That's ruined now. So we're not having to go back too far. I'll dig for some worms here. Of course I say that and I found that food. It might be better just to make a fire. But again, I can't carry that until I've got some more. No, I think it's I think the one we're in now is the one beginning with A. I can never. Is it Akira that we're on now? I think it's Akira. I think it's Akira, monk. Yeah, you see, there's loads of food here. I think we're gonna have to get rid of that horrible balaclava and put that one on instead. Oh, there you go, hiking jacket. That'll sort us out. That will sort us out. So what we can do now is actually carry a little bit of stuff. So what I can do is get all that food in. We can go back. Thought they were cargoes then. So we'll go back now to the first building. Get the food back out of that. Yeah, is it Akira? I can't. I'm not sure the pronunciation of it. Powdered milk, I'm not really bothered about, but we will take those peaches. Another nice find, some jeans. More warmth to them. And then we'll take this Z out behind the building. There's a military base right next to us, Monk, that's like a little dot. Well, I don't think there's a shipyard as such. There is a little military there. This is so sketchy. What I'll do is, so I'm not using my pristine rags, we will, oops, a daisy. Where's that hoodie just gone? Oh my god, it's gone in the bloody... Yeah, it's a military on the beach, dude. Well, it's both. It's a military and a shipyard. But at the moment, we need to, we're red health. We can't be messing about going to shipyards when we're about to die. So. Okay. Survival first, weapons second. Anyway, I've got a derringer, look. I've got a bloody derringer. Oh, that's actually defrosted, that. We can have that now. Alakit, that's what I was thinking. They're called Alakit. Got 2 rounds of my derringer. Got to sort that out. You would never ADS like that on a pistol. Can you imagine holding it sideways like that? Yeah, there's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. That's where the military bases are. So there, diagonally and back there, and there. That's where the three are, where we are. Apart from the one that's facing in that direction, one. It's about there. That one's slightly inland, the other two are actually on the coast itself. Yeah, so that's past the island military base. The one that's that way, Monk. It's just a little bit further, and then you just cross over. You have to swim basically to the ship, and then you're on the island one. That's your 3 if you like. Can't use those. I'm going to take those rags, but I can't use them for bandaging. That's the only thing. Right, we've outstayed our welcome now. Let's go. Let's get the pink derringer on the go. This is the bit I hate. Whoa, shit.
Hey, sorry man. Sorry.
Dude, I've got nothing. There's no point in shooting me. If you want to shoot me, but I've got nothing, dude.
No, I'm not gonna shoot you, bro.
Dude, if you listen, has you been okay? You know the building I came out of, dude. There's a fire in it. If you wanna.
Food?
I don't, mate. No.
I just need some food.
But there is a fire in
Take off your clothes.
I'm not taking my clothes off, dude. There's a fire in the building. If you want the fire, you're welcome to it. The one that I came out of, it's still lit. All right, mate. Holy shit. That was a close one. Just get the shit out of it. Holy moly. Crap myself there. Absolutely crapped it there. Just heard that go off behind me. There's that base you're talking about there, Monk. That's the sort of dockyard one. I'll have a quick check in here. Just because we may as well. they pristine? They are, so we'll use those for rags. I've just got one in it, Monk. I've got one in it, mate. Yeah, it's a BK12, Monks. I've got one round in it, and then the Derringer. So, but really, I want to. We've got no ballistic or anything. I just want to try and get going first before we start visiting mill bases, and I want to go back to that stash now. I've got a little bit more storage as well that we made. It would help if we didn't have a bloody red top on, really, but yeah, so I've got one round in it. I'm sort of tempted to go inland, get off this coast, but I wanted to fish first before we did that. That's pristine as well. Just builds up for bandages, that's all I'm trying to do here. And then the other ones are worn, so I can just use those for a torch or whatever. I've come from Vakuta, Monk. I've just come from Vakuta, that's why I spawned in. I don't really want to get sniped, but like there was a guy sniping off the apartments there. In typical Vakuta fashion. Got to play a more cautious game today, that's all. Can't believe I'm cold already. Heat packs work well on this server. On the other one I usually play, they're a bit they don't do a lot. I think the temperature on the one I usually play is a little bit down on this one. Again, Monk, I just want to just get the survival out of the way first. I just want to get where I've got a little bit of stuff, and then go, you know. But I do want to go into the map. I want to get off the coast, but I've got to get back to this stash first. You can hear those shots there. That'll be in Vakuta. I'm thinking of going round to Namalsk at the top, going up that way, and then working around, you know, just in a different direction. Not sure yet. Let's keep it fluid. It's starting to go dark now as well. Oh, there's a dude there. Hello. Alright, dude. Alright.
Are you cool?
Yeah, I'm cool,
Do you
dude.
need something?
Hey?
Do you need something, man?
No, I'm good, mate. What about... How about you?
We can trade something, man. I'm thirsty.
I'll
I'll put my gun down, okay?
I've not got water yet, dude.
Do you have something to drink?
I don't, mate. If you go... Do you know where you are?
No, I don't know.
Right, if you go... Right, look, watch, mate. If you go this way... See the way I'm facing there? Yeah. Follow the coast. Follow the coast. You will see like a military base on your right. Don't go there. It's suicide. If you turn left into the little town, there's only a few houses there. There's a well there. Yeah. So straight the way. You just keep the sea on your right hand side, mate. Yeah. And that'll take you in.
Okay, man.
All right, dude.
Okay.
Thanks for being friendly, mate.
Thank you for the information, man.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
Do you need some hooks to fishing? I have 3 hooks I can give you.
I'm good, mate. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right, mate.
Okay, safe travels, man.
And you. Nice to meet you, mate.
There's 3 bandits near the Jalavisco, okay? So be careful on Jalavisco, man.
Yeah, there was one guy. You know the town I was saying about? There was one guy in it. I think he'll be gone now, but just be careful. But there's a well there. You'll find it really easy because it's so small.
Okay.
All right, mate.
Mate.
See you later.
Travels, man.
See ya.
Careful.
This is my new playstyle, Monk. Being a little bit friendly. Usually kill everything in sight, but I'm trying to change around a bit to get more interactions. I could have taken the hooks off him, but I mean, you know, it's not like, you know, I'm desperate. You know, you can make those out of the stick in 4 seconds. So. Right, what have we got here? We have some beaches. To stop to do that. Northern Lights there. So cool that. Just finding now what the thing that I want, which is that hunting stand on the way back. Probably around here somewhere. I think I've gone too far. Wonder where he got that ballistic vest from. If we see the tank here, I've gone too far. Just we're seeing that, yeah, it's right, this is too far up then, so we go this way. I could have taken the guy out because you know I've got the BK. But two things. One, he had a ballistic vest on, which I spotted straight away, and I've got nothing. And two, it's not worth it. I'd end up ruining his vest when I shot it as well, so... Should be up here somewhere. It might be in that next... See where it moves here. I think it's here somewhere. It's really hard to see in the dark. There you go. Oh no. There it is. Just see if any more stuff spawn back in on it. No, I'd love to see those, you know, the Northern Lights. It's so it's cool even on here, isn't it? Look at that. I'd love to see that. We've had them like as an anomaly, but not as a rule, if you know what I mean. I think recently they had the Northern Lights. I miss them. Obviously, it's on weather conditions and where you are in the country, but you know, I think we very rarely get them. And when we do, it's like it's just an anomaly sort of thing. Well, we're surviving now anyway. That was my first priority. Let's get the survival done. But we are going to have to make a plan. That's going to be the next thing. There's a well at Namalsk, which is kind of this way. Quite a way up, to be fair, but... I'm sort of a little bit now wishing that I teamed up with that dude. Because you could tell he was genuinely friendly him. It's just you tend to stand off from people a bit on this server anyway, because no one tends to be friendly, you know. Cold again already. We've got reasonable clothes. So Vakuta now is on our right, that way. Where are you from, Monk? As we get further up here, Jelivisco or Jelivosco, whichever way you want to say it, will be on our right. Finland, oh nice. So you see the Northern Lights then, that's cool. That's well cool. That'd be a great place to visit. Brilliant English, Monk. Are you English or are you a native? Because your written English is superb. You'd feel at home on Namalsk then if you're from there, dude. You feel very at home. Native, right? Well, yeah, this is this would be quite warm for you, Namalsk, then. like a heat wave. Because it's night time, when I find a good spot, which might be here, you know, I'm going to have a look at fishing. Let me just see what happens when I crouch here. Still pretty exposed, isn't it? Oh, fishing lure. I've got a hook and a lure now. What I don't want to do is fish. Is do the fire at night. That's why I'm holding back a bit. Oh. Can't actually believe we haven't found a backpack yet. Usually on this server there's quite a lot of stuff compared to the one I usually play. It is supposed to be a hardcore one, this, but certainly not as hardcore as the one I usually go on. Much harder on that to find a knife to get started, and a lot of the gear, you know, there's less gear and what there is isn't as good. Whereas this one seems to have quite a lot of good stuff on it, you know. What you mean breaking it with the axe? Breaking the inland ice? With the ice axe or whatever they call it, ice pick. I was a bit devastated actually when they did that on Sakal, you know, made all the inland lakes frozen. I thought, oh, that's all right. That means you've just got to smash it with something. But obviously, I thought that's what the ice pit was called. Auger in English. Shot over there. That probably will be Jelavisco. We're a bit exposed here, but I'm looking for a fishing spot. That's the thing. Got all those worms, and now we've got the lure. We don't need them, but. We desperately need to do a fire, but it's night time, so you'll see it from miles around. That's kind of why I held off on it a bit. Fishing rod with a hook on it. Can't beat that. See now this ground gets steeper here. This is where I'm thinking more about fishing. Because the ground's steeper, you're less visible from behind. Should catch quicker with a proper rod. That'll give us a bit of caviar as well. Right, well what's happened there now, you see we've gone ill. We're going to have to make a fire. Don't think we can get the rod on there, can we? Yeah, we can. Now there was a shed a little bit further back, wasn't there? It'll just cover it a little bit. If someone comes along, they'll still see it, but it'll cover it where it's not showing for miles and miles. That's what I'm thinking. Just around here somewhere. Yeah, but that illness is basically because I've got cold there. So we need to get this done. The other thing I can do is do it behind the trees here so that you can only see it from the coast behind us, but I prefer to use that little shed if we can find it again. That's it down there, isn't it? Yeah. So don't forget guys, please do subscribe, throw a like on the video, that's what's going to get it out there. It's been quiet recently. A lot of that is because I've not been streaming a lot, because I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes work. You know, I usually stream more. Obviously we've done a little bit of Reforger as well, which I'm looking for a space with Reforger stuff, so. But we're always DayZ. Don't worry about that, guys. We're always DayZ. This is ideal because you. If I can get the fire here. Oh, chlorine tabs as well. See, the other thing, well, we could do. Let's get those back on there. would be just to make a torch while it's still dark, but it's actually, the light's coming in now. UK monk, yeah. Yeah, spot on, dude. I certainly am. What have we got? We haven't got a flare now, so we'll have to do a hand drill. And we're going to need a long stick for the cooking as well. So that'll do the cooking. One hand drill is coming up. I shouldn't have put that second lot of sticks on there really. I'll have to get them and split them up. Like that. There's the hand drill. That's better because it's actually getting a bit lighter, Monk and everyone watching. It's getting lighter, so that just makes it a little bit less. The lighter it is, the less risk there is of someone seeing you with a fire. So hopefully we've caught this cold into. I would have liked to catch it a little bit quicker, but I'm surprised though with the clothes we've got on, we've got cold that fast, if I'm being honest. Anyone that was waiting for the stream to come in, there was a big queue on the server when I came on it, so I've had to wait, but I've managed to get back on after the restart straight away though, so that's good. Just spam my way back in before anyone got on it. Now there's a well in the next town or village on the coast, which is Namalsk. So providing we don't get shot doing this, that's the plan. I know I've run away from those military bases, Monk, but I go to them nearly every time, so I just wanted to do a different route today. Because we usually hit all three of those when we're down that end. But I don't want to keep repeating, you know, like the same stuff type of thing. Well, that's thawed out. Get as warm as I can now while we're here. staying by the fire longer because I want to get rid of this cold if I can. But I don't think we've got enough to give us the double plus. That's the problem. You know, clothes-wise, could be the shoes that are doing it. I've got low insulation shoes, it could be them that's causing the quick heat loss, you know. What I'm going to do as well, guys, is once about 5 minutes, I'm going to have a quick break. They are monk, yeah, but not by me. We're getting the double buff now, look. That's good. Yeah, so I'm going to have like a sort of 10-minute break and then we'll be back. And hopefully, what I'll do as well while I'm having that break is I'll get a plan together of exactly where we're going to go. And then we'll sort of go down that way, wherever that may be. Who needs a military base when you got a pink derringer? Tell you what though, see, if someone hasn't got a vest on, one hit with that gun, they're gone. I can hear shots coming from Namalsk now. Right, let's go. Okay, nice, we got the double now. I thought with these shoes we might not be able to get a double because they're low insulation, but we've done alright that. We'll come round. What eventually happens is we get to a lighthouse. That's when we know we're in Namalsk, and then we'll do a quick loot and scoot from there. Loot and scoot. Well, PvP's terrible at the moment. I think that's from playing a lot of Reforger. It's very, very, very different to DayZ. I wish really that their PvP in DayZ was like Reforger, because it's so much better on that. I find DayZ a little bit clunky on PvP. Obviously one's a milsim, but you know. I got to find Namalsk yet, Monk. I thought we'd be on it, but we shouldn't be too far. But yeah, that'll probably be a place where we'll go inland from that. Can't believe we're still sneezing. Stayed at the fire for ages, didn't we? But we did wait a long time before we made that fire because it was dark, and that's what's done for us a little bit there. Frying pan. I think as well I can hear the storm coming in quite quietly, but I can hear it coming from over there, so I think yeah, it is. Yeah, the event storm's on its way. I don't want to miss that while I'm on break. We'll have to make sure we log. It does, mate. You're right. I think that's what it is. And sort of being a 5,000 hour player on DayZ, when I've gone to Reforge you, how much better it is on that. It's an eye-opener, really. You know, I've only got about 150 hours in Reforger. I've got 5,000 on this, and I'm finding the PvP really easy in Reforger, you know. Someone's dropped something now. What is it? I'll take that, but I won't take the fat, because I'll bet you they put a piece of human fat with it, but I'll take the mutton steak. Just search this very, very quickly. That's got a concrete floor, so that's okay for the storm, that one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to log here a minute, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys, and then we'll carry on. So it won't be long. See you in a minute. Alright guys, we're back. Shooting already. With the gear we've got, we're going to bypass that. At some point we've got to start looting, but sounding like the storm's still on its way. Yeah, I can hear it that way. Right, here's the little town now we're looking at, sort of Namalsk way. Oh, it's a PU scope there. Holy shit. That's a map, but it's not. There you go. Shit. Gotta get stuck in this. Holy hell. We just made that. That was so close. Saw the lightning and we just got in time. Just got in time. A bit of an idiot running up the stairs, but I couldn't resist trying to get up to a better place. But there you go. Got to pick that Derringer up when we get up now. If I eat that fish, I can get that torch in. Go, a little bit of shuffling. Pristine. Damage, that's an upgrade. Nothing in that one, but we've got the bullet from the other, so the shell. Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Alright, dude. Did
Can
you
you
get...
hear me, yo, buddy?
Yeah, did you get in one of the other buildings when the storm came in, dude?
What?
Hello.
Yo, I got another thing. I'm a fish. Yeah.
You alright, mate? Oh,
You
this
know,
is...
someone is bad guy. He killed me. I trust him. I got AKM. You know, he with a shotgun for my back, shoot me. The motherfuckers.
Oh, it's like that on this server, mate. I've noticed that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't play like that personally, you know. But
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this DayZ, this DayZ.
even if someone does that to me, I try not to do it because then you end up being like them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right, let's just keep moving around. I think we've done the storm, haven't we? So we'll leave him to whatever's there. There are ideas forming. There are ideas forming while we're running along here. A lot of action all across the map on this, but I think that's mainly because it's completely full. I think that's Jalavisco where the shooting's coming from. That guy's probably looted this town because you notice he had an enduro helmet on and that, so he's probably given that a loot. Right, now this is, let me show you where we are. So we've come round here. There is Namalsk. Okay. Now Scat 12 is there. So let's think that's pretty much northeast, isn't it, to get to Scat 12. That's what we're going to do. There's the dude. So northeast. We're going to need to collect some sticks. Don't know what we're going to do storage wise. The only thing that we're really struggling for is storage. So the first thing we'll have to do is get rid of the fishing rod to get that onto there. Get rid of that. Give us a couple of slots there. And we've got to find a way now, so he didn't come from there because he's just walked his way back down there. Now what I'm going to do now, this is like a do or die thing. We're going to make a play for Scat 12. Okay. That's going to go in there, and we're going to carry that in our hand. So I just want to do one more recce on the map. So from Namalsk, we should be going directly northeast. So let's just check that again on the map. So let's get rid of that a minute. Right, so this is where we are. There's Scat 12 there. So that's pretty much, isn't it, northeast. We draw a straight line there. You know, maybe not too far east. So it's, yeah, okay, I know where we're going. So I think we've got enough stuff there. We'll make a fire when we get out there. So we'll swim to the ice cap first. And I'm going to go the other side. You see that hill there? I'm going to go the other side of that hill to make the fire. Just hoping that dude doesn't see us swimming. There you go. You see which way the wind's blowing, left to right. So we'll have to see what effect that has on the fire as we come across. I'll try and do it here. See if it's possible. Either will be or it won't be. But obviously we need the cover from the land. There's at Scat 12 there's the barrel thing, so that's alright when you get there. I don't know why I'm splitting that, it does it for you, but anyway. Let's see if this is going to light. I can't hear wind, but you can see there is wind, because you can see it blowing across. Well, that's a good start. going to be cold, but obviously we're going to struggle with it. That's what's going to get us. Why is that wet? They're drenched, but they're going to have to stay drenched. Then we're going to get off here and basically go where we said we were going. Northeast. Okay, fire's out. So what we're going to do now is get instantly wet again. Thinking if we get across these 2 points here, and then we'll get the compass back out. Right, so get the compass back out now and get the direction. So northeast is that way. We might have to make a second fire pretty shortly, to be honest. I just hope there's not too much water to cross. But we'll probably have to find another hill to keep the wind out of it, so... I'm losing health, that's what's worrying me more than anything else here. Right, where's that? We need to get the compass slotted as well. Let's put it there. Right, northeast is that way. And then the next half decent round we'll do another fire so we don't get too cold. Probably I'm thinking over this one here. Sort of in this little, in this little bit here. I don't want to do this, but we made the fire too early, really. We should have waited till we got to a bit of a drier point and done it there, but it is what it is. I just hope there's some sticks or something when we get to Scat 12 where we can make another one. I think there is. I'm pretty sure there is. Put that on the floor and see if we can thaw it out a bit. We had a flask, we could collect snow, and we've got the purification tablets. You see, that stopped our health from going down now. That's the big difference. Health's on the way back up. We can't cook that. I'm just trying to get it where it'll cook quicker when we can do that, you know. One thing that can really go wrong when you're on the ice cap on the Namalsk is if the weather closes and it's beginning to, because then you can't spot anything. You literally just can't see anything. Good now though, we've got the buff already. God, I'm going to stick out like a sore thumb on this with this bloody red thing on. Well, it's defrosted that. We've got to keep going northeast, but try and avoid, you know, crossing. That's the thing. Because every time we cross, we're going to get cold. See if this narrows a bit, that we can just get across it without swimming, yeah. I think it does. Just get some stamina back. I should be able to just jump it. Get full stamina. Go round there and then pick up the northeast again. Just go round the back. Pick up northeast, which is that. Just having to wait for the stamina each time. My feet are wet anyway, so right, keep your eyes peeled, everyone, because if we miss this, we're dead, basically. But I thought it's a good thing to do. Yeah, if we miss it, we're dead. Typical, this is the blizzard's properly coming in now, and this is going to really hamper our chances of finding what we're looking for. So the visibility now has gone down so far. Did you say that was no more than 100 meters visibility, is it? Getting critical on cold now. Losing health. Because we've had a problem with storage, we've not been able to store stuff for a fire as well. That's really hampered us on this run. Just take that wind noise down a little bit. See, we can't even, what we could do, you see, is burn, we've got quite a few rags, we could burn some of those for a fire, but because the wind's got up, it's not going to let us do that. Because the wind will just blow it out straight away. There's always going to be a risk. If we don't find it, we're dead, basically. Because there's no, we couldn't get back before we froze, so. Not looking good, is it? It's such a small target in this visibility, it's unbelievable. Well, no, we've knackered it if we find the map edge. It is a long way up, mind, but it's not looking good. Wolff started going straight north there. I think our chances are diminishing all the time now. I think if we get on it, it'll be pure luck. What worried me is when I've looked at the map there, all those big bodies of water we crossed ages ago. But this visibility, it's happened to me a few times. This when you get the visibility goes, it's so hard to find that. You've got absolutely nothing to. We've not even got like you know, like a hump in the ground here either to, you know, to make a fire from. Yeah, we've had it now, guys. We've had it. We're on red. We're not going to make it. Can't see anything. The blizzard is what's killed us, because if it wasn't for this blizzard, we would have seen it. But there's no visibility. I'll go as far as I can. Because with those rags we could make a fire in the barracks, you see. We could just put the rags in, light the rags, that would give us a fire. But it's becoming increasingly clear to me that we've completely missed it. But not through our fault really, you know, because obviously it's the storm where we can't find it. Visibility is just nothing. What are you doing? For fuck's sake. The wind's gonna blow this out, I can tell you. Oh no. That surprised me. No, it has. It's blown it out. Oh well, guys. I'm going to do the decent thing. It's nice knowing you all. Till the next time.